We're here with Arjan, who's fighting at 1FC. We're here at AKA in California. You come out here before your camps. What is it you like to get out of here, out of AKA in San Jose with Coach Javier Mendez and the team?
House of Champions. It's about training with the guys in the gym, representing what AK is about when you go out there. So you got to prepare with the guys under the guidance of the coaches, get in the rounds. Just a great training environment, and for champions especially.
So is it better, like if you're a fighter, you want to go up against somebody stronger in training than you typically want to face in the ring?
Yeah, they say you train hard, fight easy, right?
Right. So,
and at AK, we train hard. So, the proof's in the pudding in terms of the results. And first day I walked in here, the goal is to get that gold. And you want to emulate sort of what they've been doing and add your own personal touch to things. So it's been good.
Well, how did you end up at AKA? I mean, who brought you over here?
You know what? I knew guys like this. Right
no!
Here.
Right in the middle of the interview. There's the man.
Don't fucking lie.
That's it. Right there. These guys right
This
here.
would be the best interview. I'd love to put that in there.
These guys right here from the wrestling scene. Him, DC, obviously, King Mo at that time. They're on, Team USA on the world team. I've been watching them for a long time. Had a relationship through that. And, you look in the sport, DC was, winning in Strikeforce by then, coming over to the UFC, big expectations. Kane was already champ, so best heavyweights, in the game. So it was a no-brainer to make that connection. And I got family about 15 minutes from the gym, so I got a place to stay and be comfortable as well.
Well, it's ironic. American kickboxing, but I'm here for the grappling. It always is. I know that. But it's great. It's great that a kickboxer Javier Mendez saw the value of grappling in his gym. Yeah. And if you see his interviews, he's like, hey, man, I want to see more grapplers. You better know how to grapple if you want to work here.
Absolutely. Wrestling is king. And every champion we've had that's won has had a tremendous ability to grapple. Khabib, Kane, DC, Luke, in terms of UFC champs, and then all the way through for, King Mo over at Strikeforce, a bunch of these guys, right? Josh Thompson, everyone can wrestle.
Well, you went over, now, where was your last fight? It was in Asia, but what country was it again?
It was in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, Japan.
So first time I'd ever competed there. It was on the bucket list, and it was, biggest card of the century, 1 century, 100th event for them. So it was an amazing card. And
kind of like going into Pride, right? I mean,
loved it.
Did you watch Pride growing up?
I did, absolutely. Fedor, Vanderlei, Dan Henderson, and Coleman, and these guys going over. It was, that's where the superheroes were created. Right. They did it differently back then.
It was exciting. I mean, you had 50,000 sold out crowds.
Yeah.
And in the States, you get 8,000 people waiting around a cage over somewhere in,
They love their martial arts and their martial artists, and they build heroes.
Yeah.
Right. So. That's where your first introduction was, at least for me, and to go out there's a bucket list. All these years, been wrestled all over the world. Been fighting now, but never been to Japan. So it was good to cross that off.
Well, it's interesting. You go over there and you're with a different organization. What would you say was different in the production value and the experience, like how you feel as a fighter walking into the cage compared to the UFC? I mean, did you feel one had more hype behind it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Energy?
They build superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been, repping India since I've been in wrestling since day one. Then the fight game, and now one. So they do a tremendous job. There's no, Reebok outfitting policy. You can represent your culture and who you are, and be unique. They embrace that. They actually, how can we help you push that? No problem. So it was cool to be able to have, open season. However, I wanted to represent that.
So your next goal would be to fight in India after your next match. My goal. My guess. Sorry. I mean,
Absolutely.
My goal is your goal. What you want to say?
Yeah.
I don't have to do a perfect interview. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you'd like to fight there, but right now you went from one fight. You fought. Was it Mauro Cirilli?
Correct.
And an Italian guy, big brute of a guy.
Yeah.
He didn't want nothing to do with your wrestling. He decided to box you, and he thought, oh wait, this guy knows how to throw hands too, huh?
Yeah.
You lit him up. Lit him up. I saw some pieces of that.
Yeah, so he was apprehensive with the wrestling, so the hands were there, and we took that path to victory and came out pretty healthy. So actually perfectly healthy. So it was good. Got that done, and the goal was always to climb up that ladder, and the next step up is Vera.
So, how do you feel going up against Brandon? He's been there dominating for a long time. I don't know if he's faced anybody at your level. I mean, you've seen, it was pretty easy to jump to the top, so that means that you didn't have to face 10 of the top best in the world in one. Or not to put them against, they're building a league. I'm not putting them down.
No, that was a conversation we had before we signed, was I wanted a top-notch opponent to get me the quickest path to the title. So that was one of the reasons that we crossed over, is because we have a guaranteed number of fights in our contract, and we had that conversation beforehand. And Moro is the last guy to challenge Brandon for his heavyweight title, so they gave us him right off the hop, and so we beat him soundly, and now we're going to put Vera to the test. And I trust my coaches, my training environment, my development, and we feel it's perfect timing to go get that gold, not only for myself but also for the entire league, because they've announced they're going to India before the end of 2020. So we go get this belt, and then we take it to India.
Well, excited for you to have this opportunity. And, hey, we're doing something for 1FC. So, was it Chatri? That's the owner?
Chatri, Satil Dong.
Yeah. Chatri, we're doing this. We're getting some love from AK. We're making some videos for
Chatri and Matt Hume. He's a matchmaker, old school MMA guy.
Yeah.
So, shout out to both those guys.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you, man. Good luck on your next fight, Brandon Vera. You're at the right place to train, no doubts. You're looking good going in. Have a great fight.
Thank you.